This video is over solving one variable exponential equations. We have been used to solving two variable exponential equations. And when you have two variables, that means you have an x and a y that you can solve for. So essentially we've been solving questions like this, where we have an x and a y variable. We're able to solve for both of those. We're able to graph it on a coordinate plane. Now we're going to take it one step back and look at how to solve exponential equations with one variable instead. I've got three different examples here, so on your paper go ahead and write 1, 2, and 3. They increase in difficulty, but once you understand the concept and remember some of those rules from 8th grade, we will be able to solve these pretty easily. For our first one, we notice that our base for this question, 2 to the x plus 6 power is equal to 2 to the 5th. We notice that our base is the same for both. They're both a base of 2. So what that means is our exponents that we have here, these must be equal to each other if our bases are equal to each other. So to figure out what x is, we would say x plus 6 is equal to 5. Subtract 6 on both sides, we have x is equal to -1. So in order for number 1 to be true, we need to show that those two exponents are equal to one another. Since our bases are equal, we find out that x is equal to -1 to make that equation true. Second one, a little more difficult, but nothing we can't handle. So right now we notice that we have two different bases again. Right now we have a 3 and we have a 27. And those are not the same base, but we can change our base of 27 into a base of 3. We just have to think about 3 to what power gives us 27. If you're not sure, you can just check on your calculator. 3 to the first, what is that? 3 to the second, what is that? And you'll find out that 3 to the third power is also equal to 27. 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27. So to solve a problem like this, you're going to change the 27 so it matches the base of the other side of the equation. So instead of writing 27, I'm going to write 3 to the third power is equal to 3 times 2x minus 1 power. Now again, just like our previous one, since our bases are now the same, we are able to set those two exponents equal to one another. So we'll do that. 3 equals 2x minus 1. Add 1 to both sides, we have 4 equals 2x. Divide by 2 of x equals 2. So when x is 2, that satisfies this equation, and we can even check that. 3 to the 2 times 2 minus 1 power. That would be 3 to the 4 minus 1. 3 to the third is what 4 minus 1 is. And we know 3 to the third is 27. So we just proved to ourselves that we did our mathematics right there. All right, so that's all you'll really see in Algebra 1 as far as we go for one variable exponentials. Just wanted to give you a little more challenging one, number 3 right here. So don't be afraid, we can do it, we can try it. For this one, first off, I noticed that we have two different bases right here, 1 and 2. I also noticed we have two different exponentials, or two different exponents, excuse me. So we're going to follow the same process as 1 and 2, just one additional step to make sure they look alike. This 125, we have to change this to a base of 5. So 5 to what exponent is equal to 125? And that exponent is 3, 5 to the third. So as we rewrite this equation, we're going to have 5 to the 7x plus 5 power, that stays the same. And to change 125, we're going to change that to 5 to the third, because we know 5 times 5 times 5 gives me 125. So I have 5 to the third power, but I have this additional to the 2x minus 7 power with it. Now, just kind of flash back to 8th grade, I think it's Unit 2 or Unit 3 over exponents. Whenever we take a base like a to a power and then to another power, what we have to do is multiply our two exponents together in order to get what our new exponent would be. So think about when you do distributive property with parentheses, you multiply. This exponent rule is exactly the same. So this side stays 7x plus 5. The other side becomes 5 to the 6x minus 21 power. And again, how we got that is following this exponential rule. We would do 3 times 2x minus 7. If we make a quick area model, that's 3 times 2x minus 7. 3 times 2x gives us 6x, and 3 times negative 7 gives us negative 21. Now that we have our equation that the bases are both the same, what we're going to do is set our exponents equal to one another. So we have 7x plus 5 is equal to 6x minus 21. If we subtract 6x on both sides, we would end up with 1x over here plus 5 is equal to negative 21. To get this 5 over on the other side of the equation, we subtract 5, and we end up with x is equal to negative 26. That x value will satisfy this equation, making this true. And we can always check to see if we have the right answer. And to do that, we would substitute our x into our equation.